Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the radio station WFSA, where love rules the airwaves. Brought to you by kindness, where it's never too late to give a helping hand. Today we have a special treat for our loyal listeners, an original radio drama called Taking Out the Garbage. This is a family drama involving teens, so please be warned that some of the language may be all too familiar. There are 5 actors in this drama: Mom, Dad, their son Billy, their daughter Sarah, and Sarah's best friend Catherine. Mom is played by Laura Wood, Dad is played by George Jollig, Billy is played by Oscar Appleton, Sarah is played by Robin Neves, Catherine is played by Bronwyn Neves, and the play opens in the family kitchen with Mom and Billy.
Billy, could you please take out the garbage?
Why me? Why do I have to do it all the time? What's wrong with Sarah? Isn't it her turn?
You know she's not feeling well, so let's give her a break.
A break, sure. I did the same thing last week.
What's going on here? Billy, are you giving your mom lip again?
No, but it's not fair.
I'm getting tired of this attitude, young man. I want you to go to your room right now.
Fine.
So, who's going to take out the garbage? Well, that wasn't very helpful.
I just get so frustrated with his attitude. I can't help myself.
Well, I think you can. After all, you are the adult here.
That's true. You're right. So what do we do now?
Well, let's begin by thinking this through rather than just acting out and getting angry.
What do you suggest?
Well, I still need the garbage taken out, and I know it's not my turn.
Okay, so I'll do it.
Fair enough. After all, I think maybe Billy would have done it if you hadn't interfered.
Okay, you've made your point and I accept it. Now what?
Well, part of what happened has to do with Billy feeling picked on and being asked to do more than his fair share, at least from his point of view.
Is that true, though?
Well, maybe, but my point is that's how he sees it.
So that's where the attitude is coming from.
Exactly. I think we need to sit down with him, the two of us, and talk this through. Try to come up with a way of asking him to do his fair share without getting into a major hassle.
I'd like that too. It's no fun being at odds with him. It's not what I want.
So let's say that and see where it takes us.
So when do we do this?
Let's do it now. He's probably calmed down a bit by now.
Or he's still fuming.
Either way, it's up to us to make this right. I suggest we both go up to his room and have this conversation. It might work better than asking him to come down.
I agree.
Yeah,
Can we come in and have a talk?
I guess so.
We'd like to talk to you about what just happened. We want you to know that your dad and I are unhappy and frustrated by the way it ended.
Yeah, well that makes 3 of us.
Before we go any further, I want to say I'm sorry for the way I spoke to you. Your mom has pointed out to me that what I did and the way I spoke was not helpful.
No kidding.
We'd really like to talk this through and figure out a way to make it work for all of us.
Are we still talking about garbage here?
Not really. At least I'm not.
From my point of view, I thought I was asking you to do something simple and straightforward. But by the way you reacted, I get the impression it was more than that.
It's not so much the garbage, that's no big deal, although it's no fun. I think it's that Sarah gets off easy, and I finish up by filling up slack.
And that makes you angry.
Exactly.
And I get upset when I see you arguing with your mother about something as simple as taking out the garbage. I know I reacted badly, but it's still upsetting to me.
And I feel frustrated when I see the two of you at odds. It's not the way I'd like things to be between us.
I agree on that score.
And I do too.
So now that we all agree that we don't like what's going on, what's next? Can we eat?
No, not yet. But I do think that there may be a way to do this differently, now that we've all calmed down a bit.
Well, I know I need to try and listen before I speak and not make a difficult situation worse.
What I was thinking is that we all need to be able to talk about how we are feeling without getting all emotional about it. That may sound odd, but what I mean to say is, if I'm upset or frustrated without coming across angry. Because if I do that, all people see and hear are my emotions and not what I'm upset about.
I can see that, but you need to be willing to listen to me and not just talk at me.
Agreed.
Can we eat now?
Sarah, could you please set the table for supper? Billy is off at hockey practice, so there will just be the three of us. You and your dad and I.
Do I have to? I have a lot of homework to do tonight.
Come on, it won't take you long. Besides, you got out of taking out the garbage last week when it was your turn.
That wasn't my fault. I wasn't feeling well.
Nevertheless, it caused quite a scene with Billy and your dad, and we had to sort it out. Thankfully, we were able to talk it out. And I think we ended up being in a better place because of it.
Do you have a minute to talk?
Sure. What's up, honey?
Well, to be honest, I'm not sure.
What do you mean?
I'm confused. Sometimes I feel like I know what I'm doing and then I don't. For instance, yesterday at school I was talking with Janice, you know her, and Catherine came along to say hello and I just ignored her. I knew she felt hurt, but I did it anyway.
That would have hurt.
Yeah, so what do I do now?
Any idea why you acted the way you did to her?
Not really. I mean, kind of.
Go on.
Last week, Catherine was with a group of friends and I went to say hello and she ignored me. Just acted like I wasn't there. I was embarrassed and I was angry too.
So maybe you were trying to get even?
I guess so.
Does it feel like you're even now?
Well, not really. I just feel confused and hurt.
Maybe like Catherine does too.
Yeah, I guess so. So what do I do now?
What would you like to do?
I'd like to be friends with Catherine. We've known each other for like forever and we usually get along.
Well, I know this is hard to do, but if you really want to make up with her, you're going to have to admit that getting even did not work for you, and you need to do something different.
That part I get, but it's the what to do part I don't.
Well, I have a suggestion. First, find a time to speak with Catherine alone. You may want to text, but believe me that for these kinds of conversations, you can miss a lot if you can't see the person or know how they're reacting to what you're saying.
Like maybe after school?
Exactly.
Then what?
Be clear about your feelings and what you want to say to her. Make it clear at the outset that you feel badly and you want to be friends again. A good way to start is to lay out what happened as you see it, but leave space for her to add in a bit too. That's really kind of neutral territory. Be sure to say something like, I felt angry and upset, not you made me angry. That's not helpful and will make her defensive. For these kinds of conversations, you want to be sure the other person hears what you have to say. And the same goes for you. You need to actively listen.
That makes sense, but it seems really hard to. I'm just not sure.
Look, we can act it out here if you'd like, kind of a dress rehearsal. But first, please get the table set, young lady.
Thanks, Mom. Hi, Catherine. Do you have a minute to talk?
I guess so.
I wanted to say that I'm really sorry for the way I treated you the other day. I feel awful about it.
Yeah, well, I guess you got me back, didn't you?
You could say that, but I still feel crappy about it.
And that's a bad thing?
Look, we've been friends for a long time, and your friendship is important to me. I don't want to lose that.
I feel the same way. And I guess I need to explain why I dissed you as well.
That would be really helpful to me because I felt really hurt when you ignored me.
Sorry about that. It hurt when you got me back, too. I was with a group of girls that I had just met, and I hardly knew them, so I felt really awkward about introducing you. But I should have not ignored you. I do feel badly about doing that.
So can we agree not to do that to each other again?
For sure. Better yet, if it happens again, what do we do?
My suggestion is to simply say, sorry, but I don't know all your names. Everyone, this is my best friend Catherine. Can we trade names again?
Why, sure. Our pleasure.
It sure feels better having had this talk, Catherine.
I agree. Me too. Say, what are you doing this weekend? Maybe we can see a movie together.
I'd love that. Let's.
We hope you have enjoyed our play and insights into how to solve issues constructively. Lessons in the journey of life. Again, this is WFSA saying thanks for listening and have a good day.